So I got these new sheets for my daughter, and it came in this little bag. I already took out the Velcro and washed it, and I'm gonna see if I can upcycle into something. I'm going to seam rip all of it and see what pieces I have and see what I can make once I separate all the pieces. So this is what we're working with. I have the tag, which I don't need, the flap, and the bag is just one large piece. So what I'm thinking is either a bonnet, which would be so cute with this print, would be so precious. The only thing I'm thinking is because the pattern's so busy, the print is so busy, that I would need to find a bias tape that will go well with it, with for the ties. And also maybe I could make doll clothes with this small piece of fabric, or I can also make some bunting, which would be so cute and fun with the floral print. Okay, so I think I'm going to try to fit a pixie bonnet on here, and I have this left over. This is the Danish bonnet, but this takes up a little bit more fabric, so I'm gonna do that. I have to cut 2 of these, and then I'm gonna try to do the collar, this collar, to match it. So we'll see. I'm going to trace it onto my paper so then I can arrange it to see if I have to cut several pieces, so maybe piece it together. But yeah, so I'm gonna trace it on for my projector onto the paper and then see if I can work it on the fabric. All right, so I'm gonna cut this pixie bonnet. I think I can fit the collar still in here, and then I'm gonna use this for bias binding, the flap. All right, the pieces have been cut out. I have the collar. Now I have to decide what I'm gonna use for lining. So I have this brown cotton fabric and I have this red linen. They're both very wintry. They're not very summery for linings, but I think I'm going to go with the red because that's gonna look really nice. Pop around the face for the binding, and also I'm gonna use it for the ties, for the neckline, for the Peter Pan collar. And this is all I have left from, these are all the scraps I have left from that little pouch. So it's a lot. I could probably make something else with it. All right, now I'm making the bias binding. So I made, with one of the bigger pieces, I was able to get all this. Hopefully that's enough for the bonnet and the ties for the Peter Pan collar. We'll see. All right, so I need 36 inches for the bonnet, and then I need, I think, 12 inches. Oh my gosh, that's barely enough for the ties. I don't believe it, it was barely enough. So this is for the bonnet, and this is the ties for the Peter Pan collar. So I'm gonna sew them, attach them to the collar, and I'll be back. All right, and here is the collar with the red lining and the red ties, which I love. And here's the pixie bonnet with the red. I do love how that looks. So I think I'm actually going to try to make some slippers from the rest of the fabric. So I'm gonna cut it out and we'll see. I have all my pieces cut out for the slippers, the lining and the top fabric, and then these are some of my scraps. Very little scraps. And this is what I have for scraps. Larger scraps for the red linen, and I still have the flap from the bag, so I still have this square. And we have the moccasins done. So we have a collar, we have the moccasins, and we have the bonnet. And I still have a flap left. So I can definitely make something else with this. I can make a bow out of that. Probably another pair of moccasins. Maybe another collar if I put two. If there's a stitch line down the middle or something like that. But yeah, so this is the process of upcycling something. So this little bag would have probably ended up in the trash because there's no use for it, or eventually in the trash because we may have used it and then decided no, it doesn't work, it's not very functional. So but yeah, I a lot of times upcycling something takes longer than if I was just to buy the fabric and just lay out my pattern. But then you have to figure out how to lay it out so you can maximize what you'll be cutting out or you want to make. But I mean, come on, this is gorgeous. I love the print. I just love it. And all these little items came out of it. So I think I will never stop upcycling. I will always look for ways to reuse, repurpose something, and how can you not?